If you're transitioning to barefoot style shoes, then great move. More toe room, zero drop, more natural feedback. But if you're finding that it's harder than expected, then you're not alone. Most transition problems are usually because the step is too big for what your body is able to deal with. Today, I'll walk through the 4 main transition mistakes and the steps that you can take to make that transition feel smoother. Okay, mistake number 1 is going too minimal too soon. This one's a classic and happens when you jump from highly cushioned shoes to a really thin sole. Basically, doing too much too soon. So why it happens? Well, less cushioning means more ground feel and more demand through the feet and lower legs, which is brilliant in the long run, but might not be the easiest starting point. So what to do instead? Well, start with a cushioning level that you'll actually wear in real life. That's exactly why we created the Hey modes. 3 sole cushioning levels on the same foot-shaped zero-drop platform. For most people, the best progression tends to be endurance, adapt, flex. But if you do want to start in flex for technique and feedback, then just make sure you keep the rest of your week lighter whilst you adapt. Mistake number 2 is doing too much too soon, so keeping your training the exact same. This one is super common, and I get it. You've got your new shoes, you feel really good, and you just want to keep your routine the same. But zero drop changes how load is shared through your lower legs. It supports a more natural posture and foot function, but if you're used to a raised heel, then your feet, calves and Achilles will really feel the difference early on. So what can you do instead? Just make those changes smaller for a week. Pick one lever to ease off. So either reduce the time wearing your new shoes, pick an easier ground, so flatter and softer, or reduce the intensity of your training. But if instead you want to bridge the gap whilst you stay active, you have options. Number 1 is Behay's 4mm heel lifts, which you can pop in your shoe to help ease the drop change. Number 2 is adding an extra insole to provide more underfoot cushioning and protection whilst you adapt. Mistake number 3 is running too soon or running with old technique. Sometimes walking can feel great, but when you try running, it feels heavy through your calves, Achilles and feet. So why does it happen? Well, running multiplies load and technique matters more. If you're overstriding, so putting the foot out further in front of you, or landing on your heel quite hard, that increases the load and demand through the calf and Achilles. So what can you do instead? Well, build a walking base first and then bring running in as warm-ups and short distances. So 4 key cues to remember are to keep your stride length shorter, to maintain a tall posture, to land closer under your body, and to make sure that your contact with the floor is quiet and controlled. And make sure that you keep those initial distances short and build them up gradually over time to allow for recovery. And finally, mistake number 4 is skipping the support work. Most people think that just wearing the shoes more is the answer, but actually, if you don't do support work alongside, you're not giving your body the best chance at adapting. If you spent years wearing structured, raised heel, cushioned shoes, then parts of the foot and lower leg can be underused. Foot-shaped, zero-drop shoes let them do more of their natural job again. And adding a few simple exercises can help to build capacity quicker and feel smoother. So what can you do instead? Well, add just a short exercise routine to your wear plan. You mainly need to be focusing on your calves, your toes, and your arches. Just a few minutes, a few times a week. It's a really simple way to support the transition and build your capacity quicker. Now let's quickfire some other common mistakes and what to do instead. Number 1 is skipping easier or rest days. If soreness builds throughout the week, add lighter days. Remember, adaptation is better when recovery is good. Number 2 is doing too much on hard ground too early. Treat pavement days as higher load. So shorten the time, reduce the pace, and build up gradually. Number 3 is expecting progress to be linear. Transitioning to barefoot shoes isn't linear, and there may be the odd week where you need to scale back your normal exercise or maybe wear more cushioning. Remember, progression beats perfection. Number 4 is ignoring pain signals and just powering through. If tightness or soreness linger for a few days, then step back. Reducing the load is important because recovery is key. So the big takeaway here is that most issues don't mean the barefoot shoes don't work for you. They just mean that the step maybe was a little bit too big. Remember, if things are feeling hard, you've always got 3 options. So firstly, you can always adjust the time, ground hardness or intensity. Secondly, always respect recovery. And thirdly, use our tools where required. So our modes, our heel lifts or our extra insoles. And if you want the simplest next step, then go to the transition exercises page linked below.